Welcome to the last part of today's show. I hope you enjoyed the last 5 hours when you coded and programmed and solved, I hope, all our problems. I hope you enjoyed it. And now we will discuss the problems that you solved in the last 5 hours. So I will give the floor to Pavel, the head of our judges, and he will tell you what were you supposed to do. So,
thank you, Tomáš, for a great invitation. So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you have enjoyed the contest. So, yeah, it was really tough 5 hours for you and for us as well. But we have survived it, and we have this great pleasure to be here and to present you the solutions of the contest problems. I will not talk too much because we have such a nice presentation, and I have here my colleagues, judges, who are behind this contest, and they are preparing all this problem set. They were preparing this problem set, and actually every judge will present the solution of his problem. So I don't know, I don't have control of the presentation. Okay. So I will pass the floor to Vašek Blažej, who is the author of the first problem called Rescue Mission, or co-author.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the first task is actually not mine, but of a colleague who is not here. Well, he is alive, but he's not right here. It was an easy task. We had to find the smallest consecutive subarray of the array, which sums to 0 modulo 10. And this can be basically done with prefix sum. We can build 10 prefix sums and remember on which indices the prefix sum sums to some number modulo 10. So if first 100 numbers sum to modulo 10, 2 modulo 10, and 104th number sums to also the same number modulo 10, then we can know that the difference is equal to 0 modulo 10. Also, this can be solved with brute force. So basically we are guaranteed that if we just compute this number from some position, then we can get too far in one, but there are only 10 different tracks in which we can continue through the array. So that should be basically the solution of this task.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vašek. Yeah, I just forgot to mention that if you have any questions about the problems, then feel free to ask on a YouTube channel you are just now watching. You can post comments there, and we will answer the questions in the end. Okay. So. Okay, so and we have in front of us a second problem called pizzo collectors. I will invite here Josef.
So in this problem, you were tasked to send collectors on a circular street, and each collector had to visit a subset that is with houses equally spaced from each other. The main observation is that the length of the circle is a prime power, so each cycle or subcycle collected by a single collector was again also of length of a prime power, and so basically we just sum up these cycles, and there was another condition that all the houses, or the collected houses, had to be of the same type, and you were asked to find the best types so that you collect as much as possible. Yeah. So basically the solution is recursive. The observation is that if one long cycle is monochromatic, then every of its subcycles is also monochromatic. So we try to make as many monochromatic long cycles of the expensive colors as possible. And that's basically it. And the complexity is n log n. Okay, so next one, storage problem.
Thank you very much. Next one is called storage problem. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, you are feel free to post some comments or questions to YouTube channel you are just watching. It's open for questions, and let me pass the floor to second Josef. It's the presentation of storage problem. So, yeah. May I help you? Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, Pavel. I'll actually skip to the next problem because we are still waiting for a colleague to arrive for this, the explanation of this one. Sorry. I skipped too far ahead. So I'll speak about the problem of excavation. It was a fairly simple problem. We were given just one type of chess piece, and we were to design a way so the pieces capture themselves, so only one remains. So even though we were allowed to skip over the pieces, which is not allowed in standard chess, we actually did not need this large of a graph. We could have just modeled the problem with a graph where the pieces neighbor, where the edge is only between neighboring pieces. And then it is fairly obvious that if this graph is connected, we might find a solution, but what is obvious is that the graph is disconnected or not connected. There is no solution because there is no way to jump from one connected component to another. And so if we have connected graph, that implies that it has a spanning tree. And so one solution which yields the result is to successively pluck leaves one by one, and that gives us the solution. So this is the spanning tree of this graph, some spanning tree, and we just pluck the leaves. And this is the solution. Probably many other solutions were possible, but this one yields an answer. We didn't have to care about the bounds too much because they were fairly low, so you didn't have to put much effort into building the graph effectively. So this was the problem of excavator, and I'll also present the solution for tobacco growing. So in this was a constructive problem where you had to construct a particular number by the given set of rules. Again, there are many possible solutions. I think you probably figured out maybe even some solutions that we didn't think of, but I'll try to present a solution we find quite, I would almost say beautiful. Because if we notice that if we create some, let's say, corner gadget, which is a tobacco tile surrounded by grass in a corner of flower tiles, we can see that in the beginning we have tobacco of quantity 1, and if we progress, we can notice that in the highlighted tiles, we are obtaining the row of Pascal triangle. So as we progress in the simulation or in the growing of tobacco, and each day we create a new row of Pascal's triangle. And you probably know that Pascal triangle is equal to some power of 2. So this gives us some hint how to construct the solution using the powers of 2. But what is the problem is that we might need multiple powers of 2 at the same time, which would not be possible that easily. So for that we construct so-called delay gadget, which delays the one which creates the Pascal triangle by some time. So you can see this is a delay gadget of length 4, let's say, and as we progress in days, the one moves, the tile with 1 moves down, and after 4 days it falls out of the delay gadget, and if we connect this with a corner gadget, we start building the triangle 4 days later than we would in the first place. So this is basically the blueprint for solution. We just create corner gadgets combined with delay gadgets to the maximum power of 2 we need. This was 2 to the power of 59 in this case, because we had to create numbers up to 10 to the 11th. And so we combine the delays in a way as I described. And here you can see a highlight of the judge solution, which where you can see the delay gadgets and underneath the corner gadgets which build the Pascal triangle. And so the solution is just to sum up the rows of Pascal triangles with these powers that are needed to sum to the target number. So this is one of the solutions. I guess there were many easier ones, but as I said, we find this one particularly beautiful. And so this was the solution to the tobacco growing.
Thank you, Josef, very much. I just want to mention that you have probably realized that we skipped one problem, presentation of one problem. It's a storage problem, but the presentation will be available in PowerPoint. We skip it because the author of this problem is not available here today. So, but you can read it online then in the PowerPoint presentation that will be presented on the CERC webpage. Okay, so the next problem is called roof. Hi, Vašek.
Hey. So, roof is a relatively simple problem where we have to compute the length of a path, which is going straight from start to end when we look from above. This was somehow hidden in the task, but it should be like that. And the thing we can do for this task is basically split it to vertical and horizontal part. The horizontal part is simply the line when we look at it from above, but the vertical part is difference between consecutive different levels that we have to traverse through. And if the path was simple, it would be pretty easy, but one particular case which can happen is that the path goes through some corner, and it may happen that the path must climb over an obstacle. So we must detect these cases, and this case was shown in the sample input. So to detect this, we can either just check the right geometric properties, or somehow exploit the properties of greatest common divisor, which imply when these lines cross the corner. Yeah, and that's it for this.
Thank you, Vašek. Thank you very much. And next problem is called pickpockets. So welcome, Moraz.
Thanks. Okay, so this was about blocks falling into some, I don't know, polygonal space, and well, we were to choose the order and so the first step, as the blocks were horizontal, was to convert the original space into space moved by 90 degrees, because we want the blocks which were horizontal too, so the blocks could fit there. So when we convert this, which was just fairly easy, some 4 cycle, then we can out of it make a brute force solution while we do the permutation of the blocks and try like everything. And like we put a block somewhere, and the next block, we try the next block after it, and so on. So this would be fairly easy. And from this, it's kind of easy modification to do it with bitmask dynamic programming, where we just remember what blocks we already used. I have some duplicity there, sorry. So basically we just choose one of the blocks, try to put it there, and increase increase the, I don't know, the used blocks which we have there. It's somehow confusingly said, but yeah, that's like it, sorry. And I think that's all about this. The H shall not be in the complexity, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Moraz. Our next problem is called offices. So, Josef.
Welcome. Yeah, okay, so this problem was a graph problem. So at the beginning, you were given a small graph of at most 5 vertices, and then there were up to something like 1 million operations, where each operation added a new vertex, following some rules. The rules were seemingly complicated, but the trick is to label the edges first with numbers 0, 1, and 2. So 0 represents that there is no edge between the given pair of vertices. 1 and 2 are the 2 different types of edges. And now if you go through the rules how to create a new edge from 2 existing edges, then basically it was take the edge of the social detective, multiply it by -1 modulo 3, which is the same as multiplying by 2, and then summing the result. Yeah. For example, there was the rule that if the 2 detectives want the same type of edge, they take the other one, which corresponds to addition modulo 3. Because 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 1. So, and then with this graph, you were asked to compute the sum of distances from the starting vertex. So as I said, this is basically some linear. The new edge is a linear combination of the 2 original edges over Z3. And now, if we look at the incidence matrix of the full graph, so the addition of the new vertex just adds a new row and a new column, and again, this new row is the I minus j linear combination of the original rows, and because this matrix is symmetric, the same holds for the column. Now the possible complication could be the bottom right corner, which would be a loop on the new vertex. But we had the condition that the two detectives were not connected by an edge, which means that we have between I and j there are like those 4 zeros on the picture. So, which means that if we take the linear combination of these rows and these columns, we get 0 in the bottom right corner. So we see that the new row, including the top right, the bottom right corner, is a linear combination of the 2 old rows. So if we do this for all the edit vertices, we see that everything except for the original up to 5 vertices are only linear combinations of the original rows, or of the top at most 5 rows in this matrix. And and there are 3 to the power of 5 different rows. So there are 3 to n different types of vertices, and these types already determine the edges between the vertices. So and there are no edges between vertices of the same type. So like the problem was that now we have a graph on 1 million vertices, so computing minimum distances in this graph would take quite long, but basically we can contract all vertices of the same type into a single vertex and solve this smaller graph, which had at most 3 to the 5, which is some 200 something vertices, which is much more feasible. Yeah, and there was like just a small complication that the starting vertex had to be taken separately, because the starting vertex has different distance 0 to himself, but it has non-zero distance to vertices of the same type as itself. But yeah, that was just the only complication, and otherwise that was just the Dijkstra algorithm. And that's it. Yeah. The complexity is 27 to the power of n, but n is at most 5, so that's still nice. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much. Next problem is called bang. So,
thank you. Well, task bank was to play a game against the judge program. This was an interactive problem, and first you had to decide whether you want to defend with the detectives or attack with robbers. So on the input we are given a tree graph, which was somewhat hidden in the task description. And additionally, we know that the tree has no vertices of degree 2. Next, we want to decide, after we load this input, we want to decide which side of the game we want to play and output this decision. Judge then will take the other role, and the exchange will take place. First, the defender announces which vertices of the tree will be defended by the detectives. And next, attacker will announce a vertex which he wants to rob. Each detective then can move along at most one edge, and after this movement in one turn, it must hold that the attacked vertex is defended by the detective. If this defense holds for one whole year, then the defender wins. Otherwise, if there is some sequence which forces the defender to not successfully defend a bank, then the robbers win. So, of course, there is some idea behind it, but the threshold which you basically had to find was that we need, for defense, at least all the inner vertices covered by the detectives, plus one extra vertex. The rough idea of the defense was that all inner vertices are occupied and one leaf vertex as well, and which looks like this. So all of the inner vertices are occupied, plus one extra vertex on the right. And when we have some attack on a vertex, then we can shift along the only path from the occupied leaf to the attacked leaf. And this can progress in like arbitrary number of turns. Now, on the other hand, what we need to show is that if we have at most the number of inner vertices defenders, this is not enough. Well, the optimal attack strategy is to first attack some vertex to ensure that at least one inner vertex is not occupied. And then we may find a subtree of this tree where the unoccupied inner vertex is a root of this subtree. And one of the subtrees contains the previously attacked leaf and one subtree does not. If we now attack the subtree of this subtree where the attacked leaf is not present, then notice that the free inner vertices which are occupied here are not enough to hold this, so they must move somewhat like this, roughly. And one variant which gets lower is the distance of the unoccupied inner vertex to leaves. So now we take this smaller subtree and do the same. So in the left subtree we now see that there is no leaf occupied. We can attack here and ensure that we have this even smaller subtree, and the subtrees get smaller and smaller, and now the attacker wins. One small note, of course, this is not, if we have more guards, if we have more detectives, it is easier somewhat, but we can just like leave them be and play the game with these inner ones. Be careful not to step on one vertex with two detectives, and that is it. Of course, yeah, and additionally it was interactive, so we saw that it was challenging to do this task interactively.
Thank you very much. Next problem, screamers. So, Roman, welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so this was one of the toughest problems, or at least the tougher ones. I think that part of that complexity lied in the way the problem was described, in all that secret agent stuff, well, let's say detective, folders, and so on. You were supposed to find maybe not so easy problem, that you were basically given an array of edges, and you were supposed to find for several queries, well, plenty of queries. You are supposed to find the number of continuous subsequences, basically subarrays, that if you combined all those edges, it didn't induce a cycle. So this problem was quite heavy on some pre-computation. And basically just by mentioning that there was a limit of, I think, 100K edges, it wasn't so easy to go through all the options. So the first, let's say, a trick, part of that pre-computation, we need, or we want for some start in that subarray, for every possible start, find the farthest possible point, basically the end of the subarray, where there's still no cycle formed. There are several ways to do that. Let it be using Linka tree as in our solution, or even some way of persistent disjoint union. Sorry. Okay, so there are plenty of options to do that. We even allowed a sort of square root trick that you could pre-compute disjoint union set for some subarrays starting at the indices that were multiples of square root of n, which was the number of edges, and ending. So basically a linear number of pre-computed disjoint union sets. But in this case, we used Linka tree and basically just reused two-pointer technique. We continuously added edges one by one. In case we created a cycle, we started removing the edges that we no longer needed from the start of the interval. And this way we pre-computed the farthest point. Second part of that pre-computation was that this was the simple part. We just used the prefix sum. And we basically got the number of valid intervals, meaning the intervals that don't form a cycle and that start at each position. And for every query, we needed to combine these pre-computed values, which is, let's say, again, the easier part, that we found the ending point that was beyond our interval, or as in the presentation, query's endpoint. And all the subarrays that started up to the point I could be counted using that prefix sum. There is still some part of that result left, and that is just that for intervals starting later on and ending at the query's end, we just count the rest of the subarrays. Basically, this is simpler math. And another problem, I'll keep the mic if you don't mind.
No, it's fine.
This one proved to be tricky, which I'll mention later on. This was one of the nice clarification questions, whether chupacabra was meant to be as an animal. So just to clarify what the task was, you were given a grid of several cells, some M by M grid. Each cell contained either nothing, it was empty cell, or some of the objects. There were several animals, bird, drake, chupacabra. Then there was other stuff. There was like 8 different objects, sorry. I did not write it down. So you were given a set of, I believe, 16 quite simple rules. So to implement all of those, it was quite easy to make a mistake, especially since we put there some nice nuances. For example, the house view up and house view down rules were basically, as most of you noticed, pretty much the same. There was used just a different constant, so that was quite tricky. And then there was, for example, rule drake grill and grill drake. In one case, you were supposed to count the drakes that were adjacent to some cell with a grill. and in the other case, the other way around, which sounds really similar, but it's really not. And to go back to why that task was so tricky, this was definitely the problem we got the most clarifications request for. And it was really about the house view up and house view down rules. Many of you noticed that they're the same, and you were kind of hesitant to believe it. So you kept asking us whether it's intentional or whether it's some sort of mistake. And we deliberately kept repeating the same answer, no comment. Sorry about that. As I mentioned, it was asked really, really many times. Sadly, I did not put it into presentation, but at the end of the contest, we counted up to 37 times that this question has been asked. So it was a really popular problem, I'd say, at least to read that.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Roman, for nice presentation. Thank you all judges for a really great presentation and also for great problem set. So thank you very much. Okay, that's it from problem set presentation. I am now looking for Tomáš or Martin to come on the stage. Tomáš? Hi,
Yes,
Tomáš.
I'm here.
I will pass you the floor.
Okay, thank you. So I hope that everything is clear now and all the problems that you solved were solved the way our judges said.
Maybe I will ask one more question. Do we have any questions in the chat? No? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I guess you said it all. So thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
all the judges for clearing everything up. Thanks for their hard work preparing the problems and the solutions. So I know they cannot hear you right now, but give them a big round of applause from your homes. So thank you, our judges. Yay. Now, without further ado, we can go and start with the results, because that's why you are all here for. We have to do it before all the balloons stop floating, so we have a few more minutes left. What you can see now is the state before the freeze, so I think it's 1 hour before the contest ended. So let's take a look how it all went and who is the first, because even these positions can change and nothing is over till it's over. So now let's go back in the results all the way back to the last positions, so we can have some anticipation, we can have some surprises. Maybe the teams who are now the last will be the first. You can never know. The last team, Team 2 from Faculty of Electrical Engineering, is not displayed because they didn't attend, but let's go through the following teams and see if they were successful. So, as you can see, we have several colors for all the problems that you tried to solve. The problems are named, as you can see. The red color means that the problem was not solved successfully. So you can see it here for Team ELTE. So I'm sorry for them. Then we have, I guess it's yellowish color, and that means that the problem was submitted in the last hour after the freeze. And we can now go through all the results and see in real time if they were successful with the submissions. So this team, the first and last problem was not successful, so sorry. These two were not that successful all the time. Now, again, no success for Team Felix. Let's speed it up a little bit. We have two problems that were not successful. Here, again, no success. Now we have 4 submitted problems, so let's see if at least one of them is successful. No, sorry, but good try. Crowbars. Again, no. A lot of submitted solutions here. So let's see. Oh, this team got up. So we'll come back to them later. Team 3, no success. Team Put 4, no success. Yeah. Wow, they got up. Good for them. Good luck. So again, no success. No success. We are on the position 61. Let's see if they get up. Again, no success. Maybe next year you can try again. Team from Pilsen, no success. Atos from Slovak University of Technology in Bratislava, no success. Česnečka, very nice name. Oh, they are successful. Congrats. Mathos, 2 submitted solutions, no success. Algoritmuzáci, oh, they are successful. Good job, guys or girls. Maribor 2 solutions, again success. We'll get to them later. So zahrádkáři, no success. Bogosort, very nice sort. Oh, they are successful. Great. Good job, guys and girls. Aramis, 1 solution. No success. Sorry. Let's go up. I will not try to pronounce this. Sorry, but again, no success. So they are probably not worth it. Let's go up. Everything is clear here. So Warsaw University of Technology. No success. Sorry, guys. Again, no success. Maribor 2. Oh, congrats. University of Rijeka. No success, sorry. So again, we are back to algoritmuzáci. 1 solution left, no success. Position 47. Let's see for the guys for Maastricht University, no success. We are getting to Žilina University teams. No success. Goldie, 3 solutions. Oh, 1 success. Good job. So everything is clear here. 2 solutions. Green. So University of Wrocław, 1 solution. Good job. Nicholas Copernicus University. Good job. Great. Going up. Ljubljana, 1 solution. Again up. Great. Now we have 3 solutions submitted, so we can see if they will get all the way up. Oh, at least 1. We'll see if the 3rd one will be again also successful. So Zagreb with 2 solutions. Zagreb 5 is clear that they stay on this position, but we're going back to Ljubljana, Slovenia. So let's see, 3 solutions. No solutions successful. Sorry. So now we have 3 solutions submitted and successful. So let's see if we can get 2 more. Goldie again, no solutions submitted. So here's 1. No, sorry, but oh, last accepted submission for AGH2. This was the team that submitted their solution 1 minute before the end of today's show. So good job, because at least it's something to celebrate, right, guys? So let's continue with the scoreboard. Ljubljana 4. Sorry, you had only 3 3 solutions, but now we have one team from Faculty of Information Technology. They submitted 6 solutions, and 3 of them are already green, so let's see for the rest. Great, they're going up. Ljubljana 3 solutions, sorry. Now we have again University of Warsaw. So let's see for their 2 solutions. Great, they're going up. Good job, good job. So Poznan University of Technology, 1 solution submitted. No luck, sorry guys. 2 solutions yet to process. Going up, great. Well, get back to them soon. Zagreb 3, again 2 solutions. Sorry, no luck. University of Warsaw, again we have 3 solutions to process. Let's see, going up, great, we'll get to them later. So 1 solution to process, no luck, sorry. Again 1. And now we are already to the point where there are 4 successful solutions. So position 30, and we're going forward. 2 solutions, great. 1 of them is successful, and we'll get to them back later. Zagreb 1, 3 solutions to go. Let's see. No, sorry, but at least you tried. Great. So University of Warsaw, 1 solution successful again. Going up. UW8, no solution. So sorry. Zagreb 4, 3 solutions to go. Great, they're going up at least with 1. Traktoristi, 2 solutions. Yeah, you plowed it 1 good. So put 1 University of Technology from Poznań, 3 solutions to go. Let's see. Oh, at least 1 is good, and we'll get back to them later. Ljubljana 3, one more to go. Successful, great, congrats. Charles University in Prague, they have 4 solutions already submitted as successful and 2 to go. So let's see. No luck, no luck, sorry guys. UW4, 1 solution to go, no luck. Again, Faculty of Information Technology, so 1 solution to go. So we'll see if Chebda was going good. No, sorry, but 25th position is still great. Zagreb 4, 1 solution to go. Great, congrats. Poznan University of Technology, 1 solution to go. Congrats, going up. We are still at place 24, and we have 1 more solution from Traktoristi from Comenius University. No luck, sorry. But now we have 5 solutions submitted and 2 to go. Oh, sorry, 3 to go. This can turn. Oh, they're going up. Great. Congrats. Number 23, 2 solutions to go to process. Going up. Congrats. Again, 2 solutions to go. It's getting. Oh, going up, great. Again, 2 solutions to go for UW6. The tension is killing me. Zagreb 4, they have 6 solutions, and that's it. Congrats for the 23rd place. Now we have Poznan University of Technology team put 1, and they were the first to solve a roof problem. Congrats, guys. But they are staying on the 22nd position. Jagiellonian 1 solution to process. Let's see. No, good luck for next time. Jagiellonian 5, 2 solutions to go. Going up, great, congrats. Zagreb 2 solutions to go with 6 already processed as successful. Going up, perfect. University of Wrocław team UWR3 is staying on on the position 20. Nucleus, 2 solutions to go. No luck, sorry guys. Hungary team, I guess they are from Hungary. Sorry, but at least you can eat and fill your stomachs now. So University of Wrocław, 3 solutions to go with 6 already processed. So let's see if they go up. 1, yes, they go up at least with 1 solution, and we'll get to them later again. Jagiellonian 4, 2 solutions to go. Great. Now we are getting to team with 7 solutions submitted as successful and still some to go. So University of Warsaw, the last solution. Let's see if they are successful. No, sorry guys. Jagiellonian 5 again. Last solution. Again, no, sorry. Zagreb 2, 1 solution. Great, going up. Congrats. Team UWR4 on the 14th place, 1 solution to go. Are they successful? No, sorry. Charles University in Prague, MFF2, 2 solutions to go. Going up, perfect, good luck with the last solution. LT1, 7 already processed as successful, 2 to go. Let's see for them. No, 1, perfect, at least the 1 is successful. Jagiellonian 6, 2 solutions to guys and girls from Krakow. No, sorry, maybe next time. Jagiellonian 4, 1 solution to go. Going up, perfect. 2 solutions to process for team UW5. 1, no successful, 1 successful, perfect, congrats. Zagreb 2, they are staying on the 12th position. Congrats. Charles University in Prague, 1 solution left. So let's see for them. Perfect, congrats. LT1 submitted all 8 solutions and no is left to process, so they are staying on 11th spot. Congrats, guys. Jagiellonian 4, also 8 solutions, staying on 10th place. 9th place, 8 solutions for UWR6, University of Wrocław. And they win a bronze medal, so congrats for the first bronze medal of today's Central European regional contest to University of Wrocław. Congrats, guys. So now we are getting to the medalists because we have 3 bronze medals, 3 silver and 3 gold. Before we get to the top, last minute information is that the first 2 teams will go to the finals whatever happens, and the 3rd and 4th team still can get to the finals. It depends on the results from other regions. So even though you wouldn't be the last in the first 2 positions, you can still go to finals. So we'll see how that goes. So 8th position, UWW5, University of Wrocław with 8 solved problems, stays on 8th place, and they win the bronze medal again. Congrats, guys. UW2, University of Warsaw, 2 solutions to go. Let's see if they were successful. No, and yes, they switched places, so it can still be very interesting. So Jagiellonian 2, 1 solution to go, and they were successful. So we'll get back to them later. Position 7, MFF2, Charles University in Prague, 9 solutions. Congrats, and they are awarded with last bronze medal. Congrats to guys here in Prague. Position 6, first silver medal, goes to Jagiellonian 2 from Jagiellonian University in Krakow, and they also win. They also were first to solve one of the problems, and it was the problem, I don't know which one, it's not displayed. Do we know the name? No, but congrats anyways to Jagiellonian 2. Congrats from here from Prague. It was Screamer's problem. Congrats. UW2 from University of Warsaw. 9 solutions and no to process, and they are awarded with 2nd silver medal. Congrats, very good job. Now we are getting to the teams that could go to finals, and that is UW1 from University of Warsaw. So they solved 9 problems, which is very good, with great time, and they were first to solve problem 2, I guess, and they deserve applause. So congrats, guys! They are awarded with silver medal. Position 3, University of Wrocław. 2 solutions to go. So let's see if they go up. No, and no, they are staying on a 3rd place, but they were the first. They are the first to get the gold medal and the first to solve 3 problems, which is really good. Congrats to team UWR2 from University of Wrocław. Congrats, very good job. And now we are going to the first 2 places who are definitely going to the finals in Moscow later this year, and that's Jagiellonian 3 and UWR 1. So let's see if Jagiellonian 3 was successful with the first problem. No success, sorry, but still you are staying on the 2nd spot. And you solved 9 problems, so 1 of them you were the first to solve, and you are going to finals to Moscow. So congrats to team Jagiellonian 3 from Jagiellonian University in Krakow. Congrats. And now we already know the winner, even they have 1 problem still unprocessed. And they were not successful, but it doesn't matter because they still solved 9 problems out of all the problems we had, and they had the best time from all the teams. So congrats to team UWR1 from University of Wrocław for winning the gold medal and going as our finalists to Moscow. Oh, sorry. Sorry, so they're going to finale 2022. Sorry for wrong information.
We don't know yet where it will be, but we know when it will be.
Okay. November 22 is the newest information I got. Sorry for the wrong information, but still, congratulations are in order. So thanks for participating, congratulations, and good luck with the finals in the year 2022. 2022, okay. So, congrats once again to all the teams and to our finalists. And before we end, let me thanks again to our sponsors. That is Huawei and JetBrains, who sponsored the whole regionals and the whole contest. Thank you, thanks for all to the all judges who created the problems and who created the solutions and created the things that you spent many hours working on. Thanks to our organizing team who did their best to create this whole event, and to our system team who worked on yes, and to our director who took care of the whole contest and who took care of us creating the contest for you. So thanks again.
And thanks to the speaker.
Thank you. And maybe you have to add something. Next time we will
Yes, it was the last team that CERC was here in Prague, and next year it will be in Ljubljana. So I hope we all will meet there and solve some more problems, win some more medals. Hopefully it will be not online, but we will meet in person, because eating all the great food that is prepared for you every time the contest is here is part of the experience. But let's hope we will meet in person next time. So thanks again, and congrats to the finalists, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you.